Hey, did you know that in Team Fortress 2, which is a video game, it's a pretty good one actually, you should try it. It's even free to play, so you really what? Did you know that in TF2 there are some weapons that are poorly balanced and maybe feel unfair? Oh? You knew that? Well, shit. What am I even doing here? Well, I had almost forgotten that the Beggar's Bazooka was even a thing. I barely see anyone use it for whatever reason. Which is weird, considering it's one of the strongest unlocks for the soldier. So I've been using it again for the past week or whatever. And it really takes a while to get back into this weapon, because it's so different. It just takes time to get used to it. But it is probably one of my favorite weapons. I'm kind of torn on it though. I really like the mobility and the weird rocket jumping that you can do with it, but it is way too good damage wise. Like if you compare it to the sticky jumper, which gives you increased mobility but sacrifices a ton of damage without proper stickies, for the Beggar's Bazooka you get crazy mobility and you get increased damage, which is a problem. The only real downside that this weapon has is the random projectile deviation, because overloading rockets is not a downside, so you can use it to jump, and getting no ammo from dispensers is only in effect when you have the weapon out, so you can switch to your melee and it's all good. So yeah, the random accuracy is the only downside to this weapon, which means you have to put yourself in close combat to actually be useful, but man, is it effective when you do that. Otherwise you're not going to get anything done probably, so combining it with the gunboats is a pretty good idea. The only reason that this isn't the most overpowered weapon in the game is because of that decreased accuracy. So it's not quite on the lock and load level, which is overpowered regardless of what secondary you use with it. But the Beggar's Bazooka is still unbalanced, super spammy and just annoying. And it can be a really mindless weapon unless you take into account the rocket jumping that you can do with it, which is the part I like. So the thing with this thing is that you have both the burst damage with the loading 3 rockets, and you can spam rockets at pretty much the same pace as the stock rocket launcher, except you never have to reload. So you can unleash 3 rockets and then immediately follow that up with spamming single rockets, and that is a crazy amount of damage. You also get a lot of undeserved kills because of the rocket loading mechanic. Oh, you wanted to walk around this corner? Well, you're dead. With all 3 rocket hits at close range, that's 300 damage. That's crazy. Which also makes this one of the most annoying weapons to play against, and it's the spammiest of all spammy weapons. So never having to reload means that you can always push forward and always get into an advantageous position. The only reason that you ever have to stop pushing is because of your health, and even the demo man with his 12 explosives has to stop and reload at some point. But with the Beggars, just go! No worries. Rockets for days. And it's also easy to retreat, again, because you can always rocket jump away. The reason that you often die as a soldier is because you run out of ammo and you can't get away. So that's not really a thing here. which is screwed up, I'd say. And if you get a medic following you, you're just basically a walking, endless rocket shooting machine. Anyway, if you're a Market Gardener fan, the Beggars might be the best unlock for doing that, because there is no reloading. So this is probably the best weapon for crazy rocket jumping. However, the rocket jumper really has nothing on this. Overload jumping is also pretty much the same concept as loose cannon jumping, except this is actually useful. The only thing that you have to pay attention to with this weapon is how much ammo you have left, because you will waste a lot of it by preloading your rockets all the time. So make sure that your ammo doesn't run out, or you're going to run around with a shovel. Sentry guns are also a problem unless you have a medic. I mean, well-placed sentries are a problem, which is good. If you can't get close to the sentry without cover, it is going to be difficult to take it down. I guess you could always try to Market Gardener the engineer. Who am I kidding? That's never gonna work. The same goes for any long-range spam. It's not very effective. Close-range spam though is never-ending, and I can't imagine how this weapon plays on maps with more choke points. Probably great fun. The accuracy isn't terrible at close range as well. The splash damage will probably at least hit, but sometimes the randomness is random and you'll miss. So there's some luck involved there, especially for hitting stuff in the air, if that's your thing. So the Beggar's Bazooka has a lot of problems. High damage burst, can spam rockets, no reloading, high fire rate, and you can always rocket jump. I don't really know how to fix it without ruining the overload mechanic, but it should at least have like a damage penalty or something like that. It's just a little too good. And if you're wondering how to actually jump with this thing, I will suggest watching that tutorial master, Kate Nash? No, that's not it. Nate Cash? No. Fox? Nate Fox, there we go. He's got a bigger Bazooka tutorial, so go watch that if you're confused what's going on here. He also made a sticky jumping tutorial, so I think that means I'm off the hook there, right? I don't have to do one, right? Yeah. Oh, anyway. It's pretty funny that the panic attack is basically the same thing as the Beggar's Bazooka, except it's one of the worst weapons in the game, and the Beggar's is one of the best. Valve really has had some problems with balancing weapons for a while now. Gunslinger, short circuit, lock and load, babyface blaster, reserve shooter, enforcer. It's a long list. Will really be interesting to see how this matchmaking thing turns out. I have no clue. Anyway, I really like this weapon. Mostly for the mobility part. I just wish it was worse at killing things. I don't know, it always feels like I'm cheating when I'm using this thing. Bye bye.